Welcome back to Macro Golf, Get Golfers Moving. This is episode number 9. Thank you for sticking with me on this series and thank you for moving with me during this lockdown. So first of all, well done for just getting this video started. You're already a step closer to better health, better golf, and just generally feeling better and in less pain. So as we do with all of these sessions, you're not going to need any equipment for this exercise. And we're always going to start on our backs, gradually work our way up into a kneeling position, and then finally end this session where I believe we should spend most of our day in a standing position. So, first of all, we're going to get this video started and let's get going. So, we're going to come down onto our backs. What you're going to need is just somewhere comfortable to lay down. And we're going to do what we always do, which is give ourselves kind of a minute or so of respect. And just take a few deep breaths from this position. So, really think about breathing really deep from within the belly. I want to see that belly rise up as you breathe in. And forcefully exhale. And fully empty out. I'm going to take a few deep breaths here. So just take this time to regain your focus. Put your attention to the session you're about to complete. No need to be stressed, worried about anything. Anything you need to do will still be there in 10 minutes time. So just enjoy this little bit of time for yourself. And get the most out of it. So, now we've regained our focus and got a little bit of breathing. We're now going to come onto our side. So I'm going to roll onto my right hand side. And I'm going to start with my elbow just down on the mat. Now from this position, what we're going to do, I'm going to just keep a very, very slight bend in the knee. And I'm thinking about lifting my hips up and pushing my hips forward. So I'm actually going to come with this kind of, I don't know, halfway bend in the knee. And I'm going to drive through this elbow and lift my hips up and contract. So I'm actually moving forward as I do that. Not your typical side plank. And then come down, and we're going to do a few of these. Come up and squeeze. I'm actually squeezing my glutes at the back as I do this. 2 more here. Come up and squeeze. And 1 more. Up and squeeze. And that's a really weird movement for a lot of people. We don't really move in that way. So we're going to spend a little bit more time here. I'm going to get you to come up onto your hand now. And I'm going to come into what would be kind of our typical side plank from here. So a little bit straighter with the legs. And then you're going to come all the way up into your side plank position here. From here, I want you to lift your hand, if you can, up over the top of the other hand. And then for the final progression, if you can, I want you to lift that top foot off the other foot. Bring the foot back down, hand back down, and back down to the mat. Just going to do a couple more here. Lift up to our side plank. Hand comes up. And then foot comes up as well. It's a star side plank. Foot comes down, arm comes down, back down to the mat. 1 more on this side. Lift ourselves up. Arm comes up, foot comes up, foot down, arm down, hand swap to the other side. So I'm going to spin around, you can obviously just stay on that side. And we're going to go with our first movement. So slight bend in the knees to start off with. And we just focus this on the side of the hips. So we're going to pop the hips up and contract forward. 2 more here. And last one. And then we're going to go into our side plank. So come up onto the hand, straighten the legs out. Come all the way up into our side plank position at the top. Arm then comes up. And if you can, bring the foot up as well, without falling over. Foot comes down, arm comes down, back down to the mat. 2 more here. Pop yourself up. Arm up, foot up. Down. Down, back down, last one. Up into the side plank. Raise the arm. And raise the foot. Take a rest there, come onto your tabletop position. Onto your hands and knees. Wow, a little note to self. Don't train before doing one of these sessions. Makes it a lot harder. So, from this position we can get a little bit of a stretch into the lats. So just widen your knees slightly. You can come to the side of your mat if you've got a mat. hands out in front of you, and we're just going to think about dropping the chest down towards the mat. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and lift back up. You can do a few more here. And back up, 2 more. Getting a nice stretch into the lats. And last one in this position. And take a rest there. So, depending on how confident you're feeling today, if you're feeling strong, then you're going to follow me and come up into a standing position. If you're feeling a little bit weaker, or you're feeling a lot more confident to do press-ups from the knee, then stay in your kneeling position, and I'll come back down and demonstrate that exercise. So, if you're staying in your kneeling position, this is the movement you're going to be doing. So with your knees just underneath your hips, into your tabletop position, you're going to walk your hands out a few steps, contracting the core. You're then going to press down, press up, and walk the hands back. Notice the hands are a little bit further forward than your typical press up from the knees. So we're just extending that a little bit further. You can feel it a little bit more in the triceps, but you can feel it a lot more in the core. So that is option number 1, okay? Option number 2, which is going to be a tough one, is we're going to come up into a standing position, and I'm going to show you this exercise from a standing position. Okay, so from standing, if you're feeling brave, here we go. Remember, you can always go back down to the one on the knees. And what we're going to do here from a standing position, we're going to do 3 repetitions on one side and 3 repetitions on the other. So if you're staying on your knees, you're going to do 6 repetitions overall once we start it. But to demonstrate, you're going to start from one side. So I'm going to put all my weight onto my right leg. The right leg is then going to keep up behind me. I'm going to drop all the way down so I can touch the mat. I'm then going to do what we've done from the knees. We're going to walk forwards, find a good position, press down, press up, and walk the hands all the way back. So that is your advanced move, and your beginner move is from the knees. So pick which one you want to do. If you're going on the knees, absolutely fine. You can do 6 repetitions there. If you're coming from the standing position, you're going to do 3 on one side and 3 on the other side. So I'm going to do it from this position. So standing, I'm going to go with my right leg first. So 3 repetitions. Leg comes up, reach, find the mat, walk the hands forward, down for a press, up and walk back. We're going to stay on the right side, all the way up to the standing position, and lay down again. Find the mat, walk down, press, and walk the hands back. One more on this side. Come down, find the mat, walk the hands forward, press, and walk the hands back. If you're on your knees, continue. If you're standing, onto the left leg now. Tilt over, find the mat, and walk, press, and walk back. 2 more on this side. Come all the way up to standing, down, and last one. And come, reach for the mat, walk the hands forward, and press. So if you're on your knees, you can come up now and join us in a standing position. If you were standing, well done, because that is not easy. So, just to finish off here, a little bit of work on the lower body. So we're just going to do 2 on each side. If you need it, have something to hold on to. If you don't, then you're hardcore and just go with it. So we're going to come into a Superman, so knees are going to come up. You know I love doing these. Reach out for a Superman, and then we come all the way back up and down to a reverse lunge. And then back into our Superman. So we're going to do 2 on each leg. Pretty simple. So starting on the right leg, knees going to come up. We're going to reach forward. Nice long reach. Knee comes up. Reverse lunge. Back up with the knee. Superman. Knee up without falling over, and reverse lunge. Back into the other side, left leg now. Knee comes up. Reach forward for your Superman. Knee up. Reverse lunge. One more of each. Nice long reach with the Superman. And finally finishing with a reverse lunge. And your hard work for today is done. Time to just relax as we mostly do with these sessions. So just think about opening this chest up and regaining our breathing. Cool, these tops are quite warm. Okay, open up, chest up. Tilt the head over to the left hand side. If you want to let the head fall back as well, you can do that. And then just tilt over to the right hand side. Moving whatever feels nice from here. Let the head become heavy, let it drop down. Drop over to the left. Over to the right. Take the hands all the way up and above your head. Big reach, big circle, back round down to the waist. Back up over the head. Big circle back round. And last one, hands up, big circle, and finish there. Guys, well done. Thank you for joining me on this video. If you enjoyed that session, it'd be great if you hit the like button for me. If you've got any questions, any comments, any feedback, stick it in the comments. And remember, subscribe to this channel and you get all the videos as soon as they're released, and you can get started with your Get Golfers Moving. Thank you for joining me on this video, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.